Kumusta mga kaibigan? Hi friends, and welcome to our next episode of Kuwentuhang Pilipino with the Filipino School of New York and New Jersey in partnership with the Bergenfield Public Library in Bergenfield, New Jersey. Today, we'll be reading a book from Anvil's Lola Bashang series called Si Pandakyotong, which is also Pandakyotong. Pandak in Tagalog means short or small. This book is written by Christine Bellen and illustrated by Albert Gamos. Let's begin. Once upon a time, there was a tailor who was so short but very smart. People called him Pandakyotong. Inside his shop, he also had a small store where he sold ham. Once flies feasted on one of the hams he was selling. He hit the ham with a piece of cloth. I just killed 7 flies with one blow. I must be very brave, said Pandakyotong. He was proud of himself, so he left his shop to try his luck elsewhere. Pandakyotong began his journey. He brought cheese and bread, as well as his pet bird. Along the way, he stopped by a printing press and had a sign made which he hung over his chest. This is what it said: I am very brave and very strong. I challenge all of you. And because no one was paying Pandakyotong any attention, he thought people were afraid of him. So when he saw a giant, he shouted at it. Hey, you giant, read the sign on my chest, Pandakyotong boasted. The giant read the sign. The town shook as the giant laughed out loud. Why are you laughing at me? Asked Pandakyotong. Do you see how small you are? I can easily squash you like a cockroach, the giant growled. Remember, giant, no big thing can blind one's eye, bragged Pandakyotong. Won't Pandakyotong be stepped on by the giant? The giant got a stone and squeezed it. Cup your hands, the giant ordered. Out of the stone came clear, clean water. Pandakyotong was not discouraged. He took out the cheese from his bag and squeezed it. Onto the giant's hand poured a stream of thick milk. Not bad, said the giant. The giant picked up another stone and threw it at the sky. You just wait how long it takes for the stone to fall, the giant boasted. It took hours before the stone fell back to the ground. Pandakyotong was not impressed. He threw his pet bird and it did not come back. I must introduce you to our king, raved the giant. He is brave and very strong, the giant said to the king. The king of the giants believed this. He ordered that Pandakyotong be killed for fear that he would take over the throne. By nightfall, the giants bashed the bed where Pandakyotong was sleeping. They celebrated in the morning, thinking they had smashed the small man to a pulp. But the giants were surprised to see Pandakyotong stretching by the cave entrance. He hid himself on the huge bed so he was not hurt by the giants. The giants ran away scared, thinking Pandakyotong had 9 lives. Pandakyotong continued his journey. He heard about the beautiful princess Elpidia and wasted no time to meet with the king to ask for her hand in marriage. The king burst into laughter. But when he saw that Pandakyotong was serious, the king decided to put him to the test. You will go through a test first before you can marry the princess. I want you to catch those who are disturbing the peace in my kingdom. Start with the two fierce giants, the king ordered. Pandakyotong looked for the two giants. He went up a tall tree and with his slingshot struck one of the giants. Ow! The giant punched the other giant because he thought he struck him. Pandakyotong struck the other giant next. Ow! The two giants fought until they killed each other. Oh my. Now the king admired how smart Pandakyotong was. He gave him the second test. You must touch the wild tamaraw that has been roaming the fields outside town, the king ordered. When the tamaraw saw Pandakyotong, it charged towards him. But because he was small and fast, Pandakyotong was able to hold on tight to the horns of the tamaraw. The animal tried to shake him off, but even though the tamaraw got so tired that its tongue stuck out, Pandakyotong kept his grip on it. The wild animal was defeated. This is the last test for you, smart man. Catch the white bear that has been destroying houses and backyards in my kingdom, said the king. Pandakyotong found the white bear destroying someone's backyard. He got the bear to chase him. The town shook as the bear ran. Pandakyotong went straight to the town chapel. The bear followed him, and Pandakyotong quickly locked it up inside. The people marveled at Pandakyotong's skills. Nothing could disturb the peace in the kingdom anymore. The king kept his promise to Pandakyotong. Princess Elpidia, who had long admired Pandakyotong's bravery and cleverness, agreed to marry him. The celebration throughout the kingdom lasted a whole month. Delicious food and drink were aplenty, and everyone was filled with joy. Kings and queens from other kingdoms joined them in the feast. As a gift, Pandakyotong was crowned the next king. He was given a small throne made of gold, and from then on, the townspeople called him King Pandakyotong. The end. So that was the story of Si Pandakyotong. Now, in this story, no matter how small Pandakyotong was, he still knew that he was brave and smart, and he was able to accomplish and beat those 3 tests that the king had given him at the end to win the hand of the beautiful Princess Elpidia. And then he ended up becoming king. So what we're going to do is an activity related to this story. And remember, in the story, Pandakyotong made a sign for himself, which he hung around his chest. That should be somewhere here. And he proudly wore this as he walked around. Here it is. And it says, I am very brave and very strong. So what we're going to do is we'll make our own sign like Pandakyotong. And what you will need is just a white piece of paper or any paper you can write on and something to write with. like a pen, a pencil, crayon, or marker. And at the top, we're going to write ako ay. So it's A-K-O-A-Y. Ako ay means I am. And like Pandakyotong, we will include adjectives that describe you as a person, like good things. So Pandakyotong said he was brave. And in Tagalog, in Filipino, brave is matapang. So we'll teach some Filipino words to go with this lesson. So matapang. You can write this down. That means brave. We could also say you are clever or smart. And in Tagalog, that is matalino. Right? Other words that you can use to describe yourself. Are you nice or kind? If you are, you can write mabait. How about helpful? You can use the word matulungin for helpful. And how about funny? You funny, silly person? The word for that is nakakatawa. Let's try one more. How about friendly? You're a friendly person? So the friendly person, I believe the word is palakaibigan. A long word, so it's palakaibigan. The word kaibigan means friend. There are lots more that you can include. You can find these words online. If you have a family member that speaks Tagalog, you can ask them as well. And this is a fun exercise to serve as a reminder of the nicer things you are, especially, when you do forget. What you can do is you can hang this up in your room. You can also try this on other members of your family and your friends. So try it at home and come up with other adjectives to describe the person you are. So like Pandakyotong, it doesn't matter how small you are, you always have other positive traits and skills that make you the special person you are. So maraming salamat ulit. Many thanks again. I hope you enjoyed, and until next time, hanggang sa muli. Salamat. Thank you.